What's going on, you guys? How you guys doing? Old Dog, Anti-Imperial to chill here. One name, three personalities. That's my artist name. One name, three personalities. Old Dog, Anti-Imperial to chill. Old Dog's kind of like a thug, a little bit gangster. He's a nerd. He's a dork and things like that. That is Old Dog. Anti-Imperial is all about international political science, micro and macroeconomics, world history, geographical studies. Troops 30, I see you. World history, geographical studies, philosophy, psychology, sociology, physiology, and things like that. And The Chill is a hopeless romantic, all about falling in love, raising a family, and things like that. This is In My Mind. We have ShadeeeSlim coming on in a second. ShadeeeSlim's going to come on. We're going to get started talking about the restaurant Twerk. Hope you guys saw the title, the restaurant Twerk. ShadeeeSlim's going to come on. We're going to get started on that. How y'all been? How y'all been? Holy ShadeeeSlim is on her way in. So this is all about that thing. I hope that blessings, Troops 30. Troops 30, the one and only. Blessings with Troops 30. So this is that whole thing, you guys. I don't know if you guys have been seeing that thing that's been going around. That video with the girl who was twerking in the restaurant. I think that was over there in Dallas, Texas, I believe it was. Christopher Brinkley, I see you. It's all good. Christopher Brinkley. But that's what we're going to talk about tonight. The girl that was twerking and kind of like the ins and outs of like how those type of things occur, how that happens and things like that. So we'll see how that goes, you guys. Like I said, waiting for ShadeeeSlim to come on. Where's ShadeeeSlim? Somebody tell ShadeeeSlim we're live. We're ready for it. We're in person, live and in person. For everybody who did see that video with the girl twerking, there's a lot of like back and forth as far as like, was she out of line? What kind of music were they playing? I'm going to go over that. We're going to also talk about just like, African Americans having nice places and how that works out, right? Do they treat places the way they're supposed to treat them when they're nice places? So like I said, we're waiting for ShadeeeSlim to come in. But the first thing that I would like to say is it's the price of your food, you guys. So if you guys are going to open up a restaurant, let's say if you go open up a restaurant, the price that you set your food at makes a huge difference with what type of people you get in your restaurant. Because I hear a lot of people talking about, oh, well, this guy's restaurant was high class and things like that or whatever. But you guys, if your restaurant's high class and you want your restaurant to be looked at as high class, you have to price your stuff at a certain level. You can't price your stuff at a level to where you bring in the type of people that don't belong in that type of level of the place where you price your stuff, right? So, there's ShadeeeSlim. It's all good. It's all good. The one and only ShadeeeSlim. Come on in, ShadeeeSlim. Bring ShadeeeSlim in. Alex Sluggers, we see you. Where's ShadeeeSlim? There we go. Let's bring ShadeeeSlim in. Where we at with this? ShadeeeSlim's becoming Alex Sluggers, one and only. ShadeeeSlim, how you doing, sister?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I was like, I was getting started. I was like, where's ShadeeeSlim at?
Oh, I'm good.
It's all good.
How's the sound? How do I sound today before we get too far?
You good. Don't worry. We good, man. We don't even care. We keep the party going.
Okay.
It's all good. Good to see you. And you know what I'm saying? We got we're trying a little bit something a little different today. So we got the 12 Pro Max in the business. That's all good. All right, so you're over there in the U.S.
Yeah.
Don't you? I was already talking about, which I'll get back to. I was talking about saying that you have a high class restaurant. I said the first thing that you need to do if you have a high class restaurant, if you want your restaurant to be high class, the first thing you need to do is, which I haven't heard anybody really talk about. I kind of looked into this a little bit since we were talking about this earlier, but. Mm-hmm. The first thing that you need to do is you need to price your food at a certain level.
Right.
So I saw that a lot of people, because, for example, I saw a lot of people, Robbie Joe, we see you, Robbie Joe, it's all good. Tony in the script. Tony in the script. So a lot of people, so if you have a high class restaurant, you have to price your stuff at a certain level because that will bring on what type of people will come to your restaurant. So I saw
Right.
like this guy has a high class restaurant. Da, 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 da. It's, it's really, it's high class and things like that. But my thing is, if it is, what are his prices? And I didn't look to see, what his prices were, but what are his prices? Because that will say a lot to exactly if his restaurant is high class or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when I looked at the video, after we spoke earlier, when I looked at the video, I saw, there were a lot of, melanin colored individuals in there, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is
Mm-hmm.
good. But with that being said, is this like all those people that were in there, black people aren't the wealthiest people in the world, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
West. So it's like where those prices were kind of like a Tony Roma's and a Chili's, like a Applebee's or you know what I'm saying? Where those are prices, you know what I'm saying? Because if they were, that might be part of your problem right there from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're regular, not to say there's nothing wrong with that, but if that's what you want to gear your restaurant towards, if you want to gear your restaurant to be another, Applebee's or you know what I'm saying, or Tony Roma's, that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get, sub middle class, and low working class people in that restaurant. Like you're gonna get the same crowd of people that go to like, Denny's. It's just they're gonna look at, your restaurant as like a Tony Roma's or Applebee's as like the good night out, basically.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't look up the prices of it either. And like I said, I heard him earlier on the radio.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm trying to provide an establishment for, people of color to go and enjoy and to be nice and to be like we're trying to say a little higher class than just a regular Applebee's where, the shots are $1 or you know what I'm saying? Things like that. So maybe that was that was something he needs to look into. Like if he wants that type of establishment, have it priced or have it so that it is that type of establishment, and then you'll get the type of people that you want to go there. Because if it's too expensive, people are gonna be like,
And this is the thing, right? So, and this also, if it's too expensive, then not only will you, I'm not saying you should make it expensive because you want to get rid of black people. What I am saying though is that if it's really expensive, the black people that want to go will go. No, because this is the thing that I find with especially African Americans in the U.S. No matter how much African Americans in the U.S. will complain about poverty and lower classes and stuff like that, which I'm not saying doesn't exist, but at the same time, African Americans in the U.S. in the poorest neighborhoods still have $1,000 iPhones, still $200 LeBron shoes, still $50 Jordans. So how poor really are the black people in the U.S.? Because I've been in Africa where kids can't even afford to have any shoes.
Right.
So if I was going to open up anything, price it high. How you doing, paying as Mrs. Australian girl? Australia in the house. Price it high. Black people that want it, they're still. Let me tell y'all something. Black people could be the poorest people, and are maybe the lowest class people in the United States. If a rapper says, "Go out and buy these shoes or this style, this Balenciaga bags and Birkin bags and all this type of stuff," they're gonna go out and do it. No matter how poor on paper black people appear to be in the U.S., they always find a way to have the latest fashion, the latest phones, and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Over a restaurant, price it high, because and this is something that is something that I think is a bad thing that probably subconsciously we need to as a community fix, which is if you price your things high, And if you market your things towards just regular people, not like towards black people, just regular people, black people gonna come. How many rappers in their songs put in like, I'm going to Prime 112 in Miami. I'm going. I don't give a damn about no niggas. Prime 112 ain't gave back to no black communities. Prime 112 don't give a damn about if niggas live or die. But yet you hear all the rappers endorsing these white things. Damn, Gucci named his name after Gucci.
And Gucci is not for black people. Like, they really not.
How many rappers talk about Louis Vuitton? So, unfortunately, the secret is don't gear your thing for black people. Gear for white people, and black people want to be a part of that eventually anyway. In the history, make yourself Louis for white people. Black people want to flock to it. Black people want free promotion. Make your stuff only about people. Black people will give you free promotion. Make your stuff Birkin bags. Do a black person own Birkin bags? No.
Not that many.
So I'm saying like the company.
Right. Oh, yeah. That's true.
Make your company, don't gear towards black people. Black people give you all the free publicity you want. That's basically what happens. But if you gear your stuff towards black people, the FUBU? What happened to cross colors? What happened? What happened? What happened? Let's name what happened to Baby Fat and Fat Farm? What happened to Rockaware? What happened to Rockaware? What happened to name any company where black people came out and geared their stuff towards black people? The company don't exist no more. I guarantee.
I know one.
Which one?
Sean John. He still has his clothes for the black men, and he still has his stuff now. Everybody else, I don't know, but him.
What? Name me the last rapper that put in his song. Yeah, nigga be, you know what I'm saying? I'm wearing Sean John. Name me the last rapper. Name me the last rapper that wore in the video. Sean John.
Sean John.
If you make a company for black people, your company will go down. Do not make your company for black people. I don't know. I got pro-black ShadeeeSlim on staff. She's gonna jump out of her chair and kill me, y'all. We do this all the time. I guarantee everybody this. I give it maybe. I'm talking about, if I stretch it, I might say 5 years, but I'm really thinking 3. I'm really thinking 3 years. Fashion Nova. Toward black people, I guarantee you they'll be out of business within the next 3 to 5 years. Guaranteed. They will not last and be some long-running company like all these other companies that didn't gear themselves toward black people. I guarantee they will not have the same type of name recognition in the industry and things like that. Black people will leave you behind. What's going on? Leroy Green 129. We see you. Aspen Adams 22. We see you. Black people will leave you behind, you guys. Leave you behind. It's all good. But I'm gonna drop off of my diatribe. I'm gonna back a little bit, ShadeeeSlim. I will say this. Let me get to the other side. I will say this. ShadeeeSlim gonna kill me, y'all. I got the black queen on the line. You know this how we do it, though. You know, old dog Anti-Imperial to chill here to cause controversy. I got the black queen on the line. I got the
all the time. All the time. He always causing controversy. This is what we do. I be like, look, man, I still have hope for my people. Like, I still be holding on.
I'm only gonna let you go so far, Anti.
Mm.
The thing, right? On the other side, Ruth, because people are saying like, oh, with this guy with the restaurant, the girl twerking in the restaurant in Dallas and all that type of stuff that's going around. A lot of people are saying, oh, well, she wouldn't do that if it was Ruth Chris, right? She wouldn't do that if it was like, Perry Steakhouse. She wouldn't do that. I like to eat personally at Fleming's. Fleming's is my place. You know what I'm saying? Fleming's Steakhouse is my spot. Like, she wouldn't do that if she was in Fleming's. You know what I'm saying? She wouldn't do that if she was in Prime 112. Yeah.
Mm.
Prime 112 and Fleming's and Ruth Chris and Smith and Walensky's, they're not going to be playing the music this restaurant owner was playing.
Yeah, that's why I fought at him.
The price sets the sets of people coming into your restaurant and the environment. When you walk into those high class restaurants like Ruth Chris and Prime 112 and stuff, they're playing slow to easy mid tempo jazz.
Right. Or they have or they have like what I like I think it's
music sometimes, like instrumental type of Latin music, island music.
Yeah.
At the very and if you have a restaurant, like for example, like restaurant in Dallas where this guy was, with the whole twerking incident in Dallas or whatever, this restaurant, if it was geared towards black people, what I would have been playing is stuff like neo soul.
Yeah.
Erykah Badu, real low. Lauryn Hill, real low. You know what I'm saying? Neo soul, or even take all those type of like R&B and neo soul songs, the instrumentals without the words.
Right. Instrumental without words.
Go ahead, ShadeeeSlim. Go ahead, jump on there.
No, I was saying the same thing. I fought at him because okay, say it's the end of the night. Usually, when events are closing and they get ready to shut down, they're not going to play music to hype you up. They're going to play music to let you know, okay, pack your purse, grab your stuff, pay the waitress and get out of here. So, I fought at that because I've never been to a really, really nice restaurant and they play trap music. Like never. I like True Locks. I think I'm saying it right. And when I go, it's like always this lady on the piano, like playing live music, singing softly while you're enjoying your meal. I've been to Prime 112 also. When you go in there, you feel like you have to carry yourself in a different way. So if I go in there and I'm hearing music, I'm gonna be like, hey, but
Prime 112 and they're playing like Luke. Y'all like people would normally be like, first of all, you'd be like, this is weird. But then people would be like, oh shit, Prime 112 loose tonight. They lit tonight. People would start like dancing and doing crazy stuff. What's going on, Jeffrey Carter? We see you. And Peyton's missus says, how are you folks coping with COVID over there? Not to get off subject, but I'm not US. I don't know how the US is coping, but y'all, you can answer that. You can answer that, Shay.
well, we still over here dealing with it. Like our cases are extremely high, considering how long we've been going, how long we've been dealing with COVID-19. Luckily, my family, like we're still safe and, nobody's sick with it. But yeah, we're still on wearing masks, everywhere we go, to be safe. And if you're not sick, or if you're not hurt, just try not to go to the hospital because here they're at capacity. Like the ICU is at capacity with COVID cases. So they can't even handle anybody else coming in on the ventilators. They're all at capacity. So it's very smart for you to just stay home. Like go out, do what you gotta do and come back. Like not hanging out, not at out just open without your mask. So just be smart. If you're out there, just be smart with it because you got a lot of people that want you to come back home. Like they want you alive. So yeah.
It's still over there too in Australia. So everybody, worldwide, you guys just be safe, man. Just be safe no matter what, just be safe. But ShadeeeSlim, we had the music, you gotta put the right music, you open a restaurant. the price of the food. You got to price your food the right way. A lot of people were talking about, ShadeeeSlim, you want to touch on this, the way that this girl was twerking. A lot of people were saying that, you know, first of all, it was his fault playing the music, but that also, because a lot of people are coming down on twerking, period. There's two sides of that. But we have the one side about African dance, and when you see Africans dance, a lot of times the women do shake their butt. So you have that also, ShadeeeSlim.
Yeah, that was one of the side where a lot of women were like, "Oh, we're not having the choice." Like women have always been told pretty much from history how to act, how to be. You got to be a lady. You got to be this. You have to be that. You can't have a baby. You can't have a baby. Like you got, it's just so many rules and regulations as far as set on women. So then when a lot of argument is about, okay, so well, why does he have the right to tell me I can't twerk? And then we have to understand, okay, it is his establishment. He's just saying you can do it. He's like, I'm a man. I like to see it, but I just don't want it in my establishment. So then it goes to the right time and place for it. But then he provided the place where he put on that type of music, and you can't control how people are going to react to what you play. Like you can't keep people in their seat if you're going to play the trap music and your DJs just keep spinning it. Because that wasn't the only time that he went over there to the table. So that, in my mind, that means the DJ must have been playing songs like back to back, because then the girls were like still, hyped up. If the DJ just played one song and then they twerked, and then I can be like, oh, okay, well, he came over, but he went over there to their table like 2 or 3 times. So then, how many songs did you allow your DJ to play? So if you want a different type of establishment, then your music has to be different as well. So that was my opinion. And I don't know how I feel about what people are saying about, well, giving the women the right to do what they want when they want. I agree that women should be able to make the choice as to whatever they want to do with their bodies, because men can do it. Like, we have to be sensitive to men about it. So why can't women have all these choices? But I just don't necessarily think I want to be in an establishment and I got twerking like right next to my food, or I got young kids there that I may kind of want to shelter them from it. I may not want my little girls to be seeing the twerking. Like, I know it's out there, but maybe I just don't want to be the one to expose them to that. So I don't know.
I hear you. Shout out to who was that? Jeffrey Carter in NYC. Jeffrey Carter representing NYC. He said, "What's up?" He's in NYC chilling. And we hear you paying his missus about the mask.
Yeah, your mask.
We see you, Culture, looking at LMB 7583. We see you. Yeah. So the thing about it is, with the twerking is a two-sided thing, right? So it does stem back a lot of times to African dance and things like that. If you do see the Africans, like people dancing in Africa, you do see the women very small, very, very, shaking. So you see that in Jamaican culture and reggae and a lot of different things like that. I think the question also is, though, well, even before I get to that, but you have the other side of, and even this has two ways of looking at it. You have the other side of, you want women to, act like, what's that old saying? A lady in the street and a freak in the sheets.
Right.
They go out to act like they have some damn sense. Also, you know what I mean? Like, you want them to be able to like carry themselves. And we talked about this recently when we were talking about the Larsa Pippen thing. You want to be able to walk around with a woman and be proud of the woman you're walking around with. And she can carry and sense and stuff like that. And it just seems like it's a difference. It's a switch from what it used to be, in the 1960s and 50s and 40s and things like that. But then the other side of me says, is it really a difference, right? Because it's like every generation that comes, the people that that older in that that are living around that time says, like, man, like, those people are doing something really nasty that generation would have never done. So I'm wondering if twerking is like, so sexual, it goes so far that women just shouldn't do it, or is twerking the natural progression in just dancing? Because if you guys ever saw documentaries and stuff, it was like, oh, at one point, like the 1800s, people danced like this. Because shoot, if you go back to like the Renaissance era and stuff like that, all people were wearing like the mask and stuff, and like in the Venice, Italy, long dresses, all like in France, all the high class dances that they had back then during the days like Beethoven and stuff like that. If they were looking at the way people danced and stuff in like the 1920s in like the heart of Renaissance, they think that they were super sexual. They move up like the time of like Elvis. Remember Elvis? They couldn't even show Elvis from his waist.
Right.
His hips, like he was moving his penis too much.
Yeah, he was gyrating.
So it seems it's twerking just may be like the next step. It may just not. It may be nasty to people older, but it just may be the next thing people are going to complain about. And then maybe 50 years from now, there'll be people complaining. There'll be people that were twerking that are complaining about females doing something else different. That's worse.
Yeah.
So it may be the just the steady move. You know what I'm saying? So
it could be. That's just like while you were talking, I was thinking about how, like, first of all, bathing suits were just like, oh no, right?
Seeing that bikinis didn't even exist. Bathing suits,
right?
1960s or 70s or something like that.
Okay, so then now we came with the 2-piece bikini, and then now we got the thong.
G-string. Smokey.
So
See you, Smokey Robinson.
yeah, so that just may be how it's gonna be, like with everything, just even with TV. Remember, it was just certain words on television that you never hear. Like now, I'm watching TV and it's like prime time, and I hear the S word, and I'm like, oh, like I'm like, I've never until this year.
Isn't that crazy? I remember like a year or so ago, I heard that on regular TV, and I was like, they can curse on regular TV. I thought they could only go in Cinemax, and I was like, they can curse on regular TV. I was like, when they start cursing on regular TV? So just this like society in itself just might be getting worse altogether. Quote unquote worse. You Matt Aquamoose Cobb, we see you. Paris Maria, we see you. It's all good. Jerry Carter says, real talk. They tried to ban. They tried to ban the twist. Chubby Checker, come on, baby. Let's do the twist. So yeah, they did. Absolutely, they tried to ban the twist also. So things just might be getting worse. Another thing with this thing in the lady twerking in Dallas and twerking in this restaurant, and he was saying that he doesn't want that there, and the people that were saying that, oh well, they should be able to do what they want to do. They paid their money, but you can pay your money, but is it a restaurant or is it like a lounge? I mean, like if it doesn't have a dance floor, I mean you can pay your money to go into the grocery store, but you can't go in the grocery store and start a club just because you pay. But because you pay your money doesn't mean you can do anything you want just because you paid money to get in there. So if it's a restaurant, yeah, you paid your money for the food. You didn't pay your money for interest for dancing. So like, I mean, nobody talked about if this place had a dance floor. If it didn't have a dance floor, you shouldn't be dancing, period. I don't care how much money you pay for the food. If it doesn't have a dance floor, if it's not a lounge, then it's a restaurant. Right? So for people to say like, oh, well, she paid her money, you pay your money, you should be able to do what you want to do. You pay your money for the service, for what that establishment provides. Yes, in a club, you pay your money to dance. It's a club. That's what you're paying for, a club. But if it's a restaurant, you're not paying for it to dance. You're paying to eat. So
yeah, that's true.
So the place didn't have a dance floor. You shouldn't be dancing in a place with no dance floor. That's another.
Yeah. And from the video, it doesn't look like it had a dance floor. From the video, it looks like it was.
She would have been up on the damn cat sofa, dancing with her chair, dancing with her at the window. If they had a dance floor, she'd probably be on the dance floor.
Yeah, but that restaurant from the video I saw, it didn't look like it had like it was too many tables,
Yeah.
you know, so it looked like it was just seating like for dinner, not for, you know, both. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it did. I don't think it did. What's going on, Anna Thompson? We see you. It's all good. Another thing, you guys, is, and you know, this might be something that ShadeeeSlim might want to have to defend the women on.
Oh, okay.
But another thing, which is something that, and this is not only for African American women, this is for women all over. You know, the whole, not women of all ages, but women all over who are part of that whole, like, you know, the baddies and all of them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
All the people who like the twerking, because you see black women twerk, you see Latinas twerk, you see white women twerk, you see all types of women, they twerk. It's like you can look on, you know, TikTok, Instagram, anywhere, Facebook, anywhere, and you see that all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
But my question though is why, when you get in those type of environments, why do women get so super sexual? Like, you don't see men pulling their penises, like around holding their penises, like, yeah, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Like, it's like as soon as music comes, like, why are women always taking their like where is this come? Like, men are like not to say men don't get up behind them and like it, but why did that women just their default setting when music comes on these days is to go to their butt and like they're having sex in doggy style position. That is the default setting. That's the first thing that comes to their mind. Music, shake my butt like I'm having sex from behind. That is the default setting. And where does that come from? My mom's not like that. I know your mom's not like, so like every girl now when they hear music is just shaking their ass like they're having sex. Where the hell is this coming from?
You know, I actually agree with you on this. Like, I have no argument because I was thinking the same thing. Like, how would women feel if it was a group of men at a dinner table for a birthday celebration and they were just like boom, boom, like, exposing themselves? I I can't even argue because I had the exact thought. I was like, man, if it was men, these Me Too movement would be like, oh my gosh.
And in front of women, he was in front of her face. It's
They'd be
like
like, oh my, the children were there.
he mentally molested me, like mental. It would have been hashtag mental molestation. That would have been the hashtag. Today, the hashtag would have been mental molestation. Would have been the hashtag. I see you, Ashley Rosado, 95, and Mr. 33055. We see you.
So I agree with you. It's like because I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, let's put a man in that position. Like, what would we say if we saw men just up on the furniture, just going as hard as they can?
If men
We wouldn't like it.
got up on the furniture the way women get up on the furniture, man, it would be mental molestation. Hashtag the next day.
Yeah.
Mental molestation. The last thing, we'll end on this, ShadeeeSlim. And we'll see if you have anything else you want to say. We'll end on this. If not, one thing that I did not agree with him. Well, I didn't agree that he was playing that type of music. I think you need to set the environment with jazz or R&B or neo soul cuts, instrumentals if possible. But another thing, 33055, yo, you know what I'm saying, yo. 33055, yo. My dog. All right, so another thing, you guys. I'm just meeting 33055. I know him for 10, 15 years. That's my dog. 33055, yo. It's all good. But what I did disagree with him on is the cursing. I thought that was really, because if you're running an environment that's so professional, you need to act professional. And you'll be able to relate to this, because that's kind of like if there was a teacher, ShadeeeSlim, and if a teacher was like wanted to run a professional environment, but the teacher starts to curse the students out. She loses all professionalism in the room immediately.
Yeah. Immediately.
Immediately. If you tell your students to behave good, but then you curse them out, it's done. It's done. You can't even get them back after that.
Yeah, and even if when you're speaking and you use a word that's not a curse word, like instead of saying the S word, you say, "Oh crap," that's still in a negative connotation. That if you're trying to be as professional and as high class as you want, you will try to articulate in a different way that you just disapprove of the situation.
If you're the owner of the restaurant, if you're in charge of a classroom or anything like that, we see you December 1988. We see you. It's all good. You got a birthday coming up, huh?
Yeah. Soon.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
18 more days. Hopefully we'll be on that day, and then you come. We'll sing you happy birthday, December 19th, 1988. We see you.
Yeah, we'll let you twerk on your birthday.
On your birthday.
Not me, him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We'll let you twerk for him. Twerk for it. It's all good. But if you're in charge of something like that restaurant or in a classroom or something like that, you have to be better. You have to set the example. If everybody else is acting like an idiot, you can't curse them out and get down on their level. You can't act like an idiot with them. You have to remain high and above. I know a little bit about this, and this particularly goes with like things like politics and stuff like that, you guys. Because if you're like, let's say if you're like a senator or a mayor or something like that, if people, this is something that Trump never learned. If people are coming for you, you never shoot down.
Right.
And the adult, because then they'll end up looking like the little child that's screaming and kicking and throwing their hands and fists in the air when you don't respond to them. So what he should have said, what I would have said if I was him, I would have been like, hey, you got to stop the music. Woman, get down. I would say, look, you guys, I'm trying to build this establishment for us. Okay? I'm trying to do this for us. Can you please respect my establishment? Please don't act like this. This is not a club. This is a restaurant. You wouldn't act like this in any other restaurant that's a high-class restaurant. So why would you want to come act like this here with us? Can we just do that? Can we do that, y'all? Y'all, do that. I guarantee you, if you would have did it just like that, they would have been like, that's right, that's right, that's right. And you know what? Just like if you were in a classroom, the people would have corrected the other people.
Yeah.
So if you're in a classroom and you do it the right way, the students will be like, yeah, man, act right, stop acting stupid, man. They'll correct the other students for you. I guarantee if he would did it like that, the other people there would have been like, yeah, man, y'all act right, man. Damn, man, he doing this, man. Y'all want to fuck it up, man. We can't, that's why we can't have nothing nice. I guarantee you the people, they would have straightened themselves out. Cursing people out. I thought that was really unprofessional for him talking about professionality all the time and being professional.
Right.
Like that was super unprofessional. I would have cursed them out. I definitely disagree with that, ShadeeeSlim. We close on you, ShadeeeSlim. You got the last thought.
Yeah, just because like I said, I heard the owner today on the radio, and that was his biggest regret. He was like, I don't regret asking them to not. It's just how I said it. And then he said he feels good now because even his employees are like, you know what, boss, we never even gonna let you have to get that far. Like when we see that you can't handle the situation, or it's just you're getting too upset, we're gonna step in and be like, look, you know, we really want this to be a different type of environment. Just please respect that. So, you know, that was his biggest thing, because he spoke and said he know there are better ways to communicate. So, well, you know, hopefully, and it's in Houston or Dallas. Where was it? Okay. So hopefully if people go into that restaurant, just respect it and give him the opportunity to provide the experience that he wants from, for us, people of color. Allow him to, have the opportunity to try to give us that experience because that's what he wants. That's the reputation that he needs. I'm a softie, even though my name is ShadeeeSlim. I be a softie when it's for my people.
All right,
So I'll end on that, man. I end on that.
you, ShadeeeSlim. ShadeeeSlim's like I'm a softie. ShadeeeSlim, I got more love for you than you realize. But this is for you, ShadeeeSlim, because ShadeeeSlim said if you guys are able to go to his restaurant and act right, as soon as you said that, you saw me look down. I started to go on one of my other phones and look up the restaurant. It's the restaurant name, you guys. Go to his restaurant, give him some business. It's called Dallas's. It's called True Kitchen. True Kitchen and Cocktails. True Kitchen and Cocktails. Okay? True Kitchen and Cocktails in Dallas. If you guys see this, if you're in Dallas, go to True Kitchen and Cocktails. Cocktails spelled with a K. It's True Kitchen spelled with a K and Cocktails spelled with a K. And go give them some business, you guys. So we're here to support small businesses and people trying to do the right thing. So, all right.
Yeah.
That's it. Any last thoughts, ShadeeeSlim? We're gonna get.
Yeah. I just want to add, don't mention our name because we can't get you no discount. We just telling you. We just telling you to support the man and act right in his establishment and enjoy yourselves, man. Just enjoy yourself in a respectable way. Be safe, mask up.
Exactly. Make up. And love you guys out there. We want to see you. Until next time, we'll see you next time. ShadeeeSlim can escape from the cavern, and we can do.
You just couldn't go one night. You just couldn't go one night. Like really, like.
I'll be slipping it in like so smoothly when people leave.
Yeah, I was thinking, oh, he's my friend tonight. He on my side, but as I see,
I love ShadeeeSlim. You guys take that's my artist name, one name, three personalities. Follow me at Anti-Imperial. Don't get that underscore on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon at Anti-Imperial on Instagram, TikTok, and Patreon. YouTube, no underscore. YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube, which is Anti-Imperial with a space in between. She is ShadeeeSlim. Go follow her on Instagram, ShadeeeSlim, the one and only. You guys take a great night, depending on where you are in the world. ShadeeeSlim, we'll do this again soon. Love you, sister. Take care, you guys. Bye-bye.
love you. Bye.